My name is Vamsi Krishna and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Rapyder. We are a premier tier partner for AWS.
So if I can start by asking you, what are major challenges enterprises and startups face today in terms of managing data and storage?
Okay, so at Rapyder we take an AI first approach for every solution that we bring into our customers. So what happens in AI first is basically data becomes a very integral and crucial component for implementing a solution. So for us, one of the biggest challenges has been handling unstructured data, especially in the Indian fintech and BFS ecosystems, in the manufacturing ecosystem. I think if you see in India, to really leverage on AI, solving the problem of unstructured data is something that we look at almost every project that we take. So
So can you give some real life instances like challenges and how did you solve those challenges?
So we worked with a fintech partner. I do not want to take the name. So one of our clients, we wanted to automate their entire KYC. Basically, ease out the entire process. We used a software. We used one of our solutions called Intelligent Document Processing for that. Now, a lot of Aadhaar data, a lot of KYC documentation was lying in a very unstructured format. So we had to basically first look at how do we solve that problem. So we are currently working at intelligent video, processing, bringing in components where we structure that data. So I won't get into the technical details, but it's a problem that we are solving through cloud and how we use that data on AWS Bedrock, etc.
So how do you see events like this and your partnership with AWS? What kind of leverage it gives you in addressing those challenges?
I think, for me, the biggest takeaway is the kind of ISVs and the kind of partners that we meet in these kind of conclaves and conferences. I think thanks to cyber media and AWS, I think today was a great platform for us to understand how do we solve these problems. Like I've told you, some of these problems are still not yet completely resolved. And having various inputs and various points of views of experts who are coming in from various functional expertise, I think that is one major takeaway for me. And today, in fact, we have discussed a couple of use cases where we have brought about some cases where how this entire data journey needs to be brought about in these cases to effectively implement AI. So, I think overall it's a great place to be.
So if I can revisit that question on startups and expand startup challenges when it comes to technology and kind of platform they have for data and storage.
Correct.
Why did you come in and try to solve some of these challenges because they have different kind of pressures in
Correct.
terms of revenue and funding and all that stuff.
Yes.
How does it work?
See, I think one of the areas where we completely bring in is we understand from a startup standpoint, especially, one of the biggest challenges for startups have been most of these startups are digital native businesses, and digitizing the entire data has been one of the biggest challenge for them, because a lot of times the solution and the problem that they're trying to solve might be very, very real, but the entire operations which are happening back end are extremely digitalized. So bringing in data onto those digital platforms, bringing in security for that particular data. We work with multiple ISVs whom we partner with to ensure that there is a whole 360-degree solution that is provided, right from data storage, right from data organizing, right from data security, and then how do you execute this and how do you implement this data for AI solutioning? That's how we bring in.
So finally, if you look at it, what are some of the two priorities you'll be focusing in terms of data and storage?
Like I've told you, while we work with an AI first principle, and this is something that we have taken a conscious call to ensure that we are able to ensure that we implement AI into a lot of the operations that we take, both enterprise and startups. I think data will continue to be a very crucial component of this entire scheme, right? So whether it comes to security, whether it comes to ensuring that the usability of this data, structuring of this data, etc., we are going to bring in. I think this is a wrong answer. So this you have to cut, bro. Allah.